Welcome back to What Arty Noobs with General Disturbance, and that is a Lorraine 155-51, the Tier 8 French SPG, and we're on the south spawn, or rather the defending spawn, of Sand River Assault. And the name of the commander of this vehicle is Focus Commander, and let's have a look and see how he gets on. And they're off, and he doesn't appear to be going anywhere. And he's just letting his howitzer load. He's got a 155mm howitzer on this Arty, and it's quite fast as well. It's a nippy little machine, the Lorraine. Okay, his first target was a Batchat 12 ton, moving very quickly, doing a quick scouting run of the escarpment above the riverbed. Okay, he's got a whole host of targets here, but I think he's going to go for this Lorraine first. No, changed his mind. He's going to go for the E100. Rounds out, and he gets a lovely hit right into the engine bay. Actually, 354 hit points, 2 critical hits. I'm hoping that damaged the engine, but I can't guarantee it. Okay, he's repositioned just a little. That Batchat's still doing the rounds, shooting up and down the ridgeline, seeing what he can spot, as any good light tank would do. Now there's a Jaegeru there, but he's gone unsighted. But several tanks have appeared at the other end, and there's the E100 again. There's an E75. Is he going to go through E100? I think so. He might have to lead it a little bit more because he's a bit further away. And he does, and he gets a good strike. 246 hit points, 2 critical hits again. Ooh, they lost a tank actually. That was they lost their Batchat 155-55. That's the Tier 9 Arty. So that's unfortunate. And he was taken out by the enemy Lorraine 155-51. I think he stayed too high up on that ridgeline and became too obvious. And obviously the scout picked him up, saw him, relayed the position back, and he was taken out. You can't stay on that ridgeline too long. It's very dangerous. He's going after the E100 now. He's going to take it personally if he keeps getting hit by this one Arty. He's going to say he's got it in for me. Yes, I think he has got it in for you. Rounds out. I think that one fell short, but I think it probably would have done some splash. It certainly splashed some water onto the E100. Okay, T-54 has been spotted, and he's up against the very edge. Now, he's not likely to go over that ridgeline if there's defenders, and there is a defender facing him. Panzer 58 Mutz is just around the corner. And he was using his right-hand mouse button to have a look elsewhere, but he's seen an STB, and he wants to attack that next. So it is a lot closer. Bounce out. And he does. He gets a lovely hit. 308 hit points, 2 critical hits into the STB. And the E100 has now reached the end of the riverbed at that particular junction. And it's trying to get over. It's a little kind of ford there. Well, a little crossing, I should say. Can he get another round into this STB? Probably. Rounds out. Ah, he splashes it this time. Just in front of it. 124 hit points, but he's relocated. Okay, that T-54 has managed to make it across the plane where the normal standard cap is. And the E100's come up now from the riverbed and is on that pass. But he's not reloaded yet. Rounds out. No, I think that was a near miss, but it didn't actually do any damage. Okay, E75 right at the other end. It's a good job he didn't relocate closer to the cap. That E75 would have seen him. Okay, it's tracked. Round up. Direct hit. 243 hit points, 2 critical hits. That's a good strike. And that was down to the fact that one of his members of his team managed to track that E75, and it's now been taken out, so he picked up stun assist as well. Okay, STB has got very low health. A splash will kill him, and he's been taken out. Okay, now some enemy are coming up the other side. A Foch has appeared. He's going to put a shell into this Fokker. Rounds out. No. No hits. That's unfortunate. So it may have been the shell overshot, but the Fokker's been taken out. Okay, the enemy seems to be occupying at least 2/3 of the battlefield now. They've captured the riverbank on the far side, and so on the east side, so they're encroaching on the cap. And this could be a problematical now, because they will get close to the cap, and there's still 4 minutes 30 seconds to go. And we've got that Batchat 12 ton has suddenly appeared on this side of the battlefield, scouting for his Arty. There's a Wizzy 120, the tank destroyer, and the UDES. That's unfortunate, because they're on that ridgeline. They are very dangerous TDs. At least the Wizzy 120 certainly is. I for one know that. So Lorraine 40T, he's lost most of his health. A splash will do the job, but he's not loaded. He can move pretty quickly, that 40T, but rounds out. And he gets a kill. 83 hit points, nice kill. Right, that STG, other people are indicating him. In fact, actually, no, it's him. It's Focus Commander who's indicating him, saying, pay attention to that tank. And that STG is going to be a problem. And he's been taken out, so that's very good. That was the Waffenträger who actually got him. Okay, Focus Commander is moving to the far west of the map as far as he can go. The enemy is now capping. They've got one in the cap. It's 1 minute 30 seconds to go, but there's 3 minutes, more than 3 minutes on the clock. Now they're going to put more in that cap very shortly, but there's still 5 members of his team alive. And there's the tank destroyers are taking up position on that ridgeline, shooting at anything that pops up over it. So Focus Commander's gonna, they've got the UDES. Now Focus Commander needs to take out one of those TDs if he's gonna move. Either that, he's going to have to put rounds into the cap. There's the Jaegeru. Still virtually all of its health. But he's stationary. Now he needs to reload. Rounds out. And he only gets 2 critical hits on the Jaegeru. Now I suspect that what happens, the shell just bounced off the armor, or did some the armor absorbed most of the shell, but he's going to have to start putting shells into the cap now to get a reset, because the rest of his team seems to be isolated in this corner of the map. So, and it was the E100 I saw that was in the cap, and he gets the cap reset. 84 hit points, or capture points reduced. That's a Defender medal for certain. Okay, now he needs to it's 1 minute 47 seconds to go, and the enemy hasn't got the time to cap unless they put more than one in the cap. So if he can escape, they can't win. They have to either cap or... and he gets another reset. He gets another hit. So if he can run, if he can get away, if he can get round this VK somehow that's behind him, he needs to get away, he needs to run as fast as he possibly can, and he's in the right Arty to run, because the Lorraine is a very fast Arty if pushed. Okay, it's not as fast as the Burt, but it's certainly fast. Fast enough for his needs. He just needs to run and keep away, because the enemy cannot cap. They haven't got enough time unless they put 3 vehicles in the cap, and I don't think even if they could do that now, actually. 51 seconds to go. He needs to run as fast as he can, and they won't be able to win. There's only 2 left alive on his team, the STRV 103B and him. And I don't think the 103B's got long to live. The enemy is capping again, but it's too late. There's no way they can do it. They've got 2 in the cap, but it's still too late. They've got 3 in the cap, but it's still too late. They won't be able to cap in time. 4 seconds behind. They should have got at least 3 in the cap earlier, but they didn't. Okay, he can sit here now and watch as they fail to win. 9 seconds. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. He's won. He's alive, and they failed to cap. It's victory. Wow, that was exciting. Let's have a look at the end of battle stats. And although he doesn't get a qualification for his tanker in that battle, he did pick up a Bruiser Medal for scoring at least 5 critical hits, module damages or crew incapacitations, and he picked up the Kolobanov because the STRV-103B was killed before the end of the battle, which meant he was the last man alone alive against 5 enemies. And he picked up the Defender because he got that massive reset, which was on the E100, who was sitting in the middle of the cap like an idiot, exposed and not sitting behind a building. If he'd sat behind that building, he couldn't have got the reset. But he sat there out in the open, and of course he just fired towards the centre where he last saw that E100, and he got the reset. Let's have a look at the team scores. He came 4th on damage with 1,653 hit points. He came joint 3rd when it came to kills with only 1 kill because he took out that Lorraine 40T. And when it came to base XP, he came 4th with 601 base experience points. He fired 16 rounds, got 7 direct hits, 6 penetrations, 7 splash damage, damage of 1,653 hit points, all at more than 300 meters. He damaged 5 of the enemy, killed 1. He also did stun assistance damage of 384 hit points and caused 13 stuns. So just about every shell caused some stun, except 3 maybe. On a standard account, he earned 18,548 credits. But because he used so much ammo and it's fairly expensive, even though it's standard ammo, he only took away 628 credits. He received 601 base experience points, and he received a personal reserves bonus as well, the same. So he took away 1,202 experience points. But I think even the fact that he didn't earn a lot of credits or experience points, he did get a Kolobanov, and he earned it the right way. He earned it by winning for his team when he was the only man left alive. So well done indeed, Focus Commander. If you enjoyed this replay, please do give it a like and do subscribe to our channel. And hopefully I'll see you in the next replay.